Good morning, my friends. I'm adjusting my lamp here. It is September the 2nd. And I kind of dropped the ball yesterday, but I think what the Lord is asking me to do at this point, instead of doing the daily mass readings the way I have been doing, we're going to do the book of Proverbs this month. So, I am reading from the Passion Translation. I like the way it reads. So, here we go. Proverbs 1, the prologue. Here are kingdom revelations, words to live by, and words of wisdom given to empower you to reign in life, written as Proverbs by Israel's King Solomon, David's son. Within these sayings will be found the revelation of wisdom and the impartation of spiritual understanding. Use them as keys to unlock the treasures of true knowledge. Those who cling to these words will receive discipline to demonstrate wisdom in every relationship and to choose what is right and just and fair. These proverbs will give you great skill to teach the immature and make them wise, to give youth the understanding of their design and destiny. For the wise, these proverbs will make you even wiser. And for those with discernment, you will be able to acquire brilliant strategies for leadership. These kingdom revelations will break open your understanding to unveil the deeper meaning of parables, poetic riddles, and epigrams, and to unravel the words and enigmas of the wise. We cross the threshold of true knowledge. When we live in obedient devotion to God, stubborn know it alls will never stop to do this, for they scorn true wisdom and knowledge. The wisdom of a father. Pay close attention, my child, to your father's wise words, and never forget your mother's instructions, for their insight will bring you success, adorning you with grace filled thoughts and giving you reins to guide your decisions. When peer pressure compels you to go with the crowd and sinners invite you to join in, you must simply say no. When the gang says, we're going to steal and kill and get away with it, we'll take down the rich and rob them, we'll swallow them up alive and take what we want from whomever we want. Then we'll tell their treasures and fill our homes with loot. So come on and join us. Take your chance with us. We'll divide up all we get. We'll each end up with big bags of cash. My son, refuse to go with them and stay far away from them. For crime is their way of life and bloodshed their specialty. To be aware of their snare is the best way of escape. They'll resort to murder to steal their victims' assets, but eventually it will be their own lives that are ambushed. In their ungodly disrespect for God, they bring destruction on their own lives. Here's wisdom's warning. Wisdom's praises are sung in the streets and celebrated far and wide, yet wisdom's song is not always heard in the halls of higher learning, but in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Its lyrics can always be heard above the din of the crowd. You will hear wisdom's warning as she preaches courageously to those who stop to listen. Foolish ones, how much longer will you cling to your deception? How much longer will you mock wisdom, you cynical scorners who fight the facts? Come back to your senses and be restored to reality. Don't even think about refusing my rebuke. Don't you know that I'm ready to pour out my spirit of wisdom upon you and bring you to the revelation of my words, that you will make your heart wise? I've called to you over and over. Still, you refuse to come to me. I've pleaded with you again and again, and yet you've turned a deaf ear to my voice. Because you have laughed at my counsel and have insisted on continuing in your stubbornness, I will laugh. When your calamity comes and will turn away from you at the time of your disaster, make a joke of my advice, will you? Then I'll make a joke out of you. When the storm clouds of terror gather over your head, when dread and distress consume you, and your catastrophe comes like a hurricane, you will cry out to me, but I won't answer. Then it will be too late to expect my help. When desperation drives you to search for me, I will be nowhere to be found. Because you have turned up your nose at me and closed your eyes to the facts and refused to worship me in awe, because you scoffed at my wise counsel and laughed at my correction. Now you will eat the bitter fruit of your own ways. You've made your own bed, now lie in it. So how do you like that? Like an idiot, you've turned away from me and chosen destruction instead. Your self-satisfied smugness will kill you, but the one who always listens to me will live undisturbed in a heavenly peace, free from fear, confident and courageous, that one will rest unafraid and sheltered from the storms of life. And that was Proverbs 1 from the Passion Translation. And now we'll begin Proverbs 2. Searching for wisdom. My child, will you treasure my wisdom? Then and only then will you acquire it, and only if you accept my advice and hide it within you. And hide it within will you succeed. So train your heart to listen when I speak, and open your spirit wide to expand your discernment. Then pass it on to your sons and daughters. Yes, cry out for comprehension and intercede for insight. For if you keep seeking it like a man would seek for sterling silver, searching in hidden places for cherished treasure, then you will discover the fear of the Lord and find the true knowledge of God. Wisdom is a gift from a generous God, and every word he speaks is full of revelation and becomes a fountain of understanding within you. For the Lord has a hidden storehouse of wisdom made accessible to his godly ones. He becomes your personal bodyguard as you follow his ways, protecting and guarding you as you choose what is right. Then you will discover all that is just, proper, and fair, and be empowered to make the right decisions as you walk into your destiny. When wisdom wins your heart and revelation breaks in, true pleasure enters your soul. If you choose to follow good counsel, divine design will watch over you, and understanding will protect you from making poor choices. It will rescue you from evil in disguise and from those who speak duplicities, for they have left the paths of righteousness and walk in the ways of darkness. They take pleasure when evil prospers and thoroughly enjoy a lifestyle of sin, but they are walking on a path to nowhere, wandering away into deeper deception. Wisdom, the way of the pure. Only wisdom can save you from the flattery of the promiscuous woman. She's such a smooth talking seductress. She left her husband and has forgotten her wedding vows. You'll find her house on the road to hell, and all the men who go through the doors will never come back to the place they were. They will find nothing but desolation and despair. Follow those who follow wisdom and stay on the right path, for all my godly lovers will enjoy life to the fullest and will inherit their destinies. But the treacherous ones who love darkness will lose not only all they could have had, but even their own souls. And that's the end of Proverbs 2 on this second day of September. So, I love Proverbs. I also love the Psalms. Maybe we'll do the Psalms next time. Anyway, this is the Passion Translation. The version that I'm using has simply the New Testament, the Psalms, the Proverbs, and the Song of Solomon. So that's all that's in this book, I should say. It is Tuesday. It is the 2nd of September, and I'm ready for some fall weather. So until next time, may the Lord bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. May the Lord lift up his countenance upon you and grant you his peace.